Living life on the open road, ain't got no home, just a van for mine. Long beard hanging down, taking AMC, it's all about the line. No ties, no suit and tie, just dark circles round these tired eyes. Sipping coffee, crunching numbers, technically analyzing. Windows roll down, the wind in my head, I embrace the gritty grind. There's my castle, roots my kingdom, no place else I wanna be. AMC ticker keeps on rolling, stock charts and patterns unfolding. Fear and greed, bulls and bears, it's a wild ride, I'm all in stride. All ticker in my sights, AMC's my fight.
All right, good evening, guys. Welcome to the after hours of the Big Tramp. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that, but here we are. Welcome. Good to see you guys. So let's do this. Let's do a final rundown for the day-to-day and figure out what the heck's going on here. I know you can see some weird stuff happening on the page here, like SSR being tripped, which obviously is not tripped. But let's go through the numbers for one last final time of the day. And kind of talk. I'll go back to the back of the Big Tramp, and we'll just kind of talk a little bit about what maybe happened or people saw for the day today, and just maybe shoot the shit a little bit too. So let's take a look and see what we got going on here. So I'm going to take you guys over to the other page. I'm not going to be able to see what it is you guys are saying, so hold those personal thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns until you see the Big Tramp back up on the screen again. Well, let's take a look at some of these numbers and see what we got going for the end of the day here. Price prediction tally points. How did we do? How did we do today? Oh, man, we were not close. None of us were all that great today. As it stood, the closest price predictor for the day today ended up being Apex with his $4.75 closing price. He was off by 22 cents. The combined scores for this week so far, and this is crazy because last week, was it last week or let's see, was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago is when we first started checking these numbers out, and I ended up losing that week in last place with 36 points. Then last week I won the week with like 31 points, or 31 totals pennies over for the week in price predicting. I'm at 37 cents right now, and I'm in first place. So this week is becoming a little bit more difficult than usual trying to predict price. All of us are getting points for the day, and you know what? I might as well just go ahead and award those points now since we're here, and we know what the final winners were for the day today. So it's a tie. We all just get points because we had price predictions within our ranges to get us a point. Remember, it's not Menace Financial Advice. It's just simply four apes trying to figure out what we think price is going to be closing at by the end of the day. We ended up closing out at $4.52, and in the aftermarket hours we got a little boost of about 0.03 cents to $4.55. So this is where we stand right now. I'm 37 cents off for the week so far. In second place we have Apex 40 cents off, and there's a tie between Nana and Tech for third. I guess it would be third place. For 48 cents off for the week. So not too far off. These numbers, we're all within 10 cents of each other from price predictions for the week here. So it's a pretty close neck and neck thing. We've all been off. So yeah. So what do we got going on? What do we do? Well, where are we at? What do we have? Short exempt volume. I do believe that data should be updated, but I'll probably wait till tomorrow morning to give that information to you guys. Let me just check something real quick here and see if it's on the page. Yeah, I can get that information because it's usually out, it's published by now, but I'm going to go ahead and wait for that short exempt volume for in the morning. And all I'll simply say is that SSR did not trigger today, and I just updated on my screen here. $4.19 would have been what we would have had to have hit in order to trip SSR. Let's see, going on from there. Obviously, you guys know that short exempt volume from yesterday's trading was 78,000 shares. Today, we ended up closing down 3%, right on the money. Max paying $5 for AMC, and GME. For those of you who were not able to see this earlier this morning, I'm just reading out stuff that we already know. GME's max paying was $20.50. Let's see what's next. We've got going on to exchange traded volume. Normally, by the end of a normal trading day, I expect to see just about 64% of our volume going through off exchange and EDGX. We had 48.04% of our volume going through off exchange, and EDGX was at 7.28% for a combined total of 55.32% of our volume going through those exchanges, which is about 8.68% less volume going through those exchanges as normal. We did see some paper hands going on earlier this morning on AMC in terms of because AMC actually made the top 30 most heavily traded stocks, but we had like an 18% buy ratio, so there was definitely some paper hands that were going on today, and so that could be part of the reason why we're seeing a little bit of downwards momentum movement in price. The New York Stock Exchange ended up seeing about 19.71% of the total volume today, when the normal 30-day average would be about 16%. So we had extra lit market trades going through. Taking a look at borrow fees, I had kind of like totaled up the numbers from the previous day earlier this morning, but I'm just going to go through real quick here because it's just going to be a lot easier for me to just look at and add it all up right here. And now we're kind of looking at it together. We're at 250, 350, 450. So we had 450,000 shares borrowed so far since 2045 yesterday. That's exactly what I had written down on my paper already. So all the shares that we saw borrowed were pretty much borrowed at about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Fees are at 1.27%. There's 200,000 shares available to borrow, and rebates at 3.56. On GME, the final numbers for the day. Oh, also before I go on to that, CHX volume in GME was 11,331 shares. Elevated, but not really super high. Total amount of shares borrowed for the day-to-day since 2045 yesterday. Let's see here. Mainly returns for the most part this morning. 7, 8. I think I already counted all those. Yeah, I think I counted pretty much all the shares already. So we had about 800,000 shares, maybe 900,000 shares that were borrowed for the day-to-day on IBKR, with 1 million shares sitting there available to borrow. Fees are at 0.42%, rebates at 4.41. Institutional ownership finished out the day being reported by Fintel at 121.471 million shares owned by institutions. That was this morning. The end of the day today is 121.504. So a little bit of an increase there. Earlier this morning, GME was reporting 103.384 million. It's now reporting 103.360. So just a little bit down. Option contracts, highest amount of call volume this morning, or in this later portion of the afternoon, when I was kind of taking a look at things before I ended the live stream. I guess I should say right as market was closing. We ended up having, for the total for the day today, was about 12.8 thousand contracts at a $5 strike. Let me write this in on my numbers. I'm not used to doing this nighttime stuff here, so this is throwing me off a little bit. But in total, 12.8 thousand contracts in volume. on calls at 5. Highest amount of put volume was at a $4.50 strike for the day today. We had 2.3 thousand contracts in volume. The market's suggesting a closing price between $4.50 and $5 by the end of the day, based off of these contracts. And we closed at $4.52, which was right just barely within that range. I'm not seeing a whole lot of volume here that suggests to me that we should see max pain drop down to $4.50. So this may be a very temporary drop to try and allow put positions to close at $4.50 before seeing price rise back up again. Because once those puts start closing at $4.50, we should start seeing price going back up. Taking a look at GME, highest amount of call volume, closest to where price was trading at. The price closed at $22.63, so we'll be looking at $22.50. The highest amount of call volume is at 22 with 16.8 thousand contracts in volume. Highest amount of put volume coming in at 21, which means the market's targeting 21.50, which is a full dollar below where it's at. And max pain is even 21.50. It's at 20.50. So 4 strike prices. GME is trading 4 strike prices higher than where max pain's at. I'll take you guys over the other page here. We'll take a look at some of our other numbers as I transfer a couple screens around and see how the day finished out. All right, starting with Ortex on AMC, the final numbers and borrowing, according to Ortex, is showing up at 3.8 million shares borrowed for the day today. So it is definitely elevated. That's going to raise the estimated short-term interest of the free float to 16.4%. The cost to borrow min is at 1.05, average is 1.14, max is 1.57. There's 85.58 million shares on loan right now. That was an increase by 16.08 million shares day over day. And Ortex is estimating that about 2.37 million of that was in new short interest, and our utilization drove up by more than 10% to 53.66%. With this new 3.8 million shares going on loan here, that's going to raise up the estimated amount of shares on loan and the utilization all back up even further. Taking a look at GME, the final values for the day today, we have a return of 1.59 million shares. That's going to put the estimated short-term interest at 10.7%. Cost of borrow min's at 0.59. Average is 0.76 and max 1.91. Total amount of shares on loans at 56.52 million shares. There's quite a couple millions of shares borrowed. It was like 18 or 20 million shares, somewhere around that range, was borrowed overnight on GME. So there's a big move there on borrowing. SSR would have tripped today at $4.19 on AMC, but it did not. We currently have 83.2 thousand contracts out of the money on calls versus 6.1 thousand contracts that are in the money. 8.6 thousand contracts are out of the money in the puts versus 9 thousand contracts that are in the money. SSR trigger price for GME would be at $20.08. There's approximately 56,000 contracts out of the money in the calls versus 9.5 thousand contracts that are in the money. 14.1 thousand contracts are out of the money on the puts versus 950 contracts that are in the money. Orders by Fidelity customers. By the end of the day today, was AMC or GME on this list? 30 most heavily traded stocks. Neither AMC or GME were on here. MMRI was 238.01 earlier this morning when we first looked at it together. It is now at 238.01. Oh, that's what I just said. It's now at 232.64, which means that we've seen a little bit of a risk off throughout the trading day today. 232.64. The spread between the 2-year and 10-year bond yields, we had 3.732 for the 10-year and 3.54 for the 2-year. The difference or the spread is 0.192. We started out the morning at 0.188. So we saw a little bit of more of a spread on the 2-year and 10-year bond yields. And we started out this week, just as a reminder, at 1.79. Let me go back to this page real quick here. I just wanted to kind of give like a quick summary of where the VIX futures are at right now, because it's kind of showing some upwards momentum. So the VIX is showing a future at 1810, and the reason that's significant right now is because the actual VIX closed today at 1539. There was a 2-point spread on the VIX earlier today, and now we're looking at more than a 2.5-point spread. In fact, it's getting darn near close to a 3-point spread between where the futures are at and where the VIX is actually trading. And I would suggest to you that one of these mornings we're going to wake up and VIX is going to have absolutely launched overnight if it's going to catch up with these futures. Now, I just, before I got on here onto the live stream, stumbled across something because I was looking for something in particular and having to do with the futures, a ticker that I was looking for because I couldn't remember the name of it, and stumbled upon something else that was kind of interesting. I don't have any news about it yet for you guys, but I'm having a feeling that by tomorrow morning, there's probably going to be something very interesting to be pointing out to you guys. So there's another VIX index that has done some very unusual movement since I guess mid portion of this month. And when I say unusual, highly unusual. Since 2017, it's never done what it's done in the last half month, or maybe month. The Nikkei is currently up 0.22. Hang Seng is up 7.13. And the Nifty 50 up 0.19. Future quotes on our markets right now are kind of mixed. Some down, some up. Ones that are down as much as 0.13. So not very big moves. NASDAQ finished up 0.56, Dow Jones up 0.2, and the SP 500 up 0.25. We had 3,504 advancers to 2,772 decliners. The market was definitely more advancing than declining by the end of the day today. 3504. Sectors that did poorly and sectors that did well for the day today. The top performing sectors, it's going to be really difficult for me to tell because it's only showing me the aftermarket hour information here. Well, I can see what was green, I can see what was red. So it looks to me like the top performing sector for the day today was in materials. Materials seem to be the best performing sector for positive moving sectors. The worst performing appears to be financials. Of the Mag 7, five out of the 7 finished in the green today. Financial institutions that changed more than 2.5% will get a shout out from close of, I guess, the end of the day today. Do we have any major aftermarket movers? We do. First Horizon's up 2.42 in the aftermarket. Then we also have a UBS group down 2.15. I know that's not 2.5, but I read it off anyways. Let's see if there's anything else on here. I don't see anything else on here specifically that stands out. Gold is currently up 0.06 and trending up. Silver down 0.05. There was a good, it looks like starting right around, I got this on a 5-minute interval. Let me take it down to 1 minute. It's consolidating currently, but you can see there was a definite run. Looks like at around 10 o'clock this morning, and that went up right up until about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. and then consolidated for a little bit, right up until now. Ethereum Classic up 1.77%, trending up. The US dollar was down 0.2 for the day and trending down. Oil finished up 1.44%, and in the aftermarket is breaking even right now. It looks like the overall trend for the day-to-day was down. Mortgage-backed securities are showing for the day-to-day that they were up on both Vanguards and BlackRocks. Vanguards were up 0.15, BlackRocks up 0.18, and for the most part, there was a very slight trend upwards from the previous day's closing price. Initially, when market opened, they were down, but after they hit a bottoming out point, they started trending back up again afterwards. Taking a look at SPY, SPY finished up today 0.29%. Same thing with SPY, got this kind of like very sharp trend down right at market open, followed by a recovery right back to where it had kind of pre-marketed opened, and then consolidated for pretty much the rest of the day. There was a little bit of a dip in there, but for the most part consolidated right up until closing. And in the aftermarket hours, a slight rise with some more consolidation. VIX was down today 3.15%, down to 1539, and like I said, the futures are suggesting an 1810 on the VIX, which is going to be a lot higher than where it's at right now. So if we see that gap up, it more than likely would happen in pre-market open. IWM finished up 0.17% for the day today. It is currently consolidating in the aftermarket hours after a little bit of a downtrend. VB is down 0.04 in the aftermarket hours, but it was up 0.25 for the day-to-day, slight trend up. Tesla is up 0.11 in the aftermarket hours, and it was up 1.71% for the day-to-day. Surprisingly, right? It seems like it's kind of odd that it was up that much, but it must have been in the pre-market after a gap up. Yep, here it is right here. Amazon was up today 0.04 in the aftermarket hours, down 0.08, so pretty much flatlining and still consolidating. Cinemark was up 0.33 and is down in the aftermarket hours 1.84. The overall trend for the day-to-day was a gap down in market open, and it recovered by the end of the day today back to where it was previously. Doge is up 1.31%. Bitcoin is up 1.61% at 64.1K a coin. GME is down 1.55 in the aftermarket hours, but was up 1.43% for the day today. So it's actually come back down just slightly below the amount that it had gained by. So it's just slightly lower than where it started out at. HYMC is up in the aftermarket hours 0.9. It was up 5.56% for the day today, so definitely a nice trend on HYMC throughout the day today. NCMI is up 1.41%, doing very, very well, and in the aftermarket hours up, it was up 3.5% for the day, and then up in the aftermarket hours 1.41. Hood was up today 0.31, down in the aftermarket hours 0.04. Consolidation for the most part after it had a little bit of a push back up off the initial market downtrend. And AMC, we had pretty much just we had a period of time where we opened up down, consolidated for a little bit, and had one last push down at the very end of the day, followed by a market close at that 452, and then just kind of, for the most part, remaining pretty close to the same price point around that 452, finding support at that 454 value that we have on this Fibonacci retracement here. Let's look at order flow. So by the end of the day today, we had approximately $2.4 million more outflow than inflow. 11.86 million shares traded so far, is what was traded today. After, I do it. I'm putting a pace in here. I don't know why I'm putting a pace. It's because I do this every single day, and I always put paces in. Like, we already know what the pace is. The pace is 11.86 million shares traded for the day. I've never done these night videos, so it's hard to get out of the routine of saying what the pace is. On a 4-hour time interval, we have more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 33.46, which is below average. On a 1-hour time interval, more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 36.97, which is below average. On a 30-minute time interval, equal amounts of buying and selling pressure with an RSI of 38.58, which is below average. And on a 5-minute time interval, more buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI of 53.85, which is just slightly above average. Not really any reason probably to look at anything below 1 hour in the aftermarket hours just because it barcodes so much at the end of the day. But I did it anyways, and that's it. Those are the numbers that I got for you. I do have a couple different pieces of news information that I wanted to, I guess, maybe kind of share with you guys a little bit, just because they were things that I saw when I was in the aftermarket hours that I thought were kind of interesting things that I wanted to point out to you. But let me go over to the back of the Big Tramp first, and we can talk about the little news pieces throughout the day together.
Until 6. Hello.
Good evening, back of the Big Tramp. Good to see
Hello
you
there.
guys.
There he is.
Howdy, howdy.
Are we live on air?
You are live on air.
Hello. And
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
live on hair.
Live on hair. So I was just going to talk about real quick some of the different news articles that I thought were kind of interesting from the day, and then after I get done with that, we can just kind of move on to, just a general wrap up for the day of shooting the shit or whatever, just to kind of wrap it all up, nice and tidily.
Shimmy on.
Yeah. So let's start with the first one. We had consumer confidence numbers come out today. News article from MarketWatch says consumer confidence plunges on weaker job market and high cost of living. Americans are anxious ahead of election. The actual report here says that Americans were more worried about the job market this month. The index of consumer confidence sank to 98.7 this month from a revised 105.6 in August, the conference board said Tuesday. It was the biggest 1-month decline since mid-2021. It was the biggest 1-month decline. Yeah. Economists polled by the Wall Street Journal had forecasted the index to rise to 104. So they were way off. Consumer confidence trends to signal whether the economy is getting better or worse. The gauge of consumers is way below the monthly average of 128 in the last year before the onset of the pandemic in 2020. A key measure that looks at how consumers feel for the economy right now tumbled 10 points to 124.3, the lowest value since lowest level since March of 2021. And Americans were more anxious about the availability of jobs, business conditions, and future incomes. So yeah, there's more to the article if you want to go read it, and I will post that in the chat comment of this chat. And I guess there's really only one more thing that this one's kind of more for fun than anything else, but you got to see this. Like, you can't make this stuff up. So y'all wanted me to do the whole Hawk Toi girl when she first came out because she was like, the coolest thing is since sliced bread. And I refused to because I just thought it was like the dumbest thing ever. And now look at this. She's got something to say now. Not just Hawk Toi anymore. No. Hawk Toi recently went viral for her rant about nuclear waste. She says, quote, "It's astonishing that people are concerned about the only energy waste that's fully regulated, contained, and that never has hurt anyone or the environment." She added, quote, "Dry cast storage has proven to be an extremely safe and easy solution for the overblown problem." End quote.
Yeah. She shimmied sideways on that one. That blows me away.
That blows me away.
I give her some credit, man. She's leveraging her 15 minutes of fame into something. She saw her opportunity. The stars of celebrity lined up and smiled upon her. A little good luck came her way. And
I think
She just Hawk Twat all over that
Pretty
subject.
nice
matter.
looking girl. I hope she kills it, man. Hell, she could become the next Oprah Winfrey for all I know. I hope
She's
Quite
gonna be-
honestly,
get
she's
it while she can.
She's going to be a
pretty good
congresswoman here in no
person.
time at all. Just wait.
Yeah.
She's on top of it. She knows what's happening in the energy sector.
He knows how to grease the wheels.
She knows what makes the wheels turn.
I'm good for her.
It's completely fake. She's got a couple of them out there with like Crusaders and all that.
Of course it's fake. Hey, come on, Mason Bluetooth. Come on, man. You're killing the bit.
It's hilarious. The Crusaders one was great.
Yeah. This
I had no idea. I'd only seen the one in passing. I thought it was on the up and up. I thought she'd somehow or another using her new notoriety to try to get involved in the green movement or something. I had no idea the whole thing was a parody.
All you have to do is just
Anymore,
pretend.
the lines have become so blurred between parody and truth and lies and outright just bullshit. You can't. There's no filter for it.
How dare you?
And you've got
Well, if she can memorize something like that, she's already doing better than Kamala.
Yeah, no shit.
the top comment that's showing up on here, is serious, all serious. Of course, a lot of these are hydrogen byproduct is water. Let's focus on doing that. The next one gets all serious too. She'd make a better president than Kamala.
No
Am I saying the
shit.
name right?
Sure
Am I saying it
knows
right?
that.
Is it Kamala?
That bar's pretty
Kamala?
fucking low.
No,
I feel like I'm messing with the name.
It's
Kamala.
called Camel. It's Camel Toe.
Kamala.
Camel Toe. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Camel's hump.
I know. So, one of the things that I want to do is see how far I had to scroll down before I got to something that was calling this out as BS. And so I'm scrolling down. Everybody's for the most part, they're so serious. Having worked in a nuclear power plant, I can tell you that this is true. Most of the waste is item. I mean, it's just they don't even. Finally, I get to somebody like Brendan. Brendan over here is my buddy because he says, I love the meme, but also the fact that we can also use the waste as fuel in future reactors.
What about these? Did you say anything about these?
No, these haven't been around for a while. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one. Real question. Dry cask storage seems to be the thing only in the U.S. and in places with very arid climate. Is that correct? What's the risk profile in wet environments?
Good Lord.
That's, I don't know. There's some risk there. I don't know. Wet.
We just
Oh my
send
gosh.
it to New Mexico.
She could end up being the next Barbara Walters, man.
Yeah.
What kind of somebody tell me what kind of following does she have? How many eyes has she got? What's her follower count?
Yeah.
That seems to be that what everybody gets judged by. So let's start with that. How many people follow her account?
She's better than Barbara Walters, though, pirate. Come on.
Yep.
Does anybody know? I don't know.
I don't know, but I need to go back and address some of the comments in here real quick because I feel like So first off, I need to address everybody who's here listening real quick. Let me just address this before I read what Robert Stephen said.
Me out.
First off, Melissa, you guys probably heard her this morning. She came in and was reprimanding me as I was in the middle of the live stream. And so I got off the live stream and I went up to go talk to her, and she's like, she's like that you're being a jerk. And I was like, what? I was like, we talked about this. And she's like, no, you didn't tell me. She's like, you didn't tell me you were going to cut everybody off cold turkey. And I was like, well, I didn't really view it as cold turkey. I was still going to be doing a morning and an afternoon live stream. I didn't really feel like that was, unacceptable. But she told me that I needed to come and talk to everybody in the back of the Big Tramp about what maybe some of your guys' favorite part of the daily live stream is, and then also what times of the day is most crucial, because her point was is like, why do you have to stop doing the live stream cold turkey like that? And I was like, well, I got stuff to get done. I can't do the live stream and do those other things at the same time. It takes a lot out of me. And so she was like, well, you should reconsider and do, like 3 to 4 hours or something like that. And then dedicate that time for the live stream. And then you can do the other stuff. So, or she actually, I don't know if she said 3 to 4 hours, but she says like, you should find out what everybody thinks is like a good appropriate time, or what things they thought they liked the most about it. I went back to the back of the big tramp. We kind of discussed things a little bit. Some of the things that people brought up that they thought were their favorite things, who were in the back of the big tramp, said things like Ortex data. My personal perspective of the global market. Banter had like 6 different people. 6 different people said they liked the banter. Fantastic white noise for the background was something brought up. Familiar meeting location, tinfoil hat topics, good time spender, and point of connecting the dots in the market. Like this, like some of the things that I say about bringing things together and kind of like just like pointing you in areas where I say like, this is why this is happening, or whatever. They thought that was a good thing. And so Pirate had
number
mentioned,
one was
out of all those, the banter. The banter, I think, was
no, I thought it was stop being a little bitch. I thought that was the one. Sorry, all right, go ahead.
So, after talking to everybody today, I think that maybe what I'll do going forward is maybe perhaps like a 7 a.m., because that's when the Pokey Stick volume hits. So maybe I'll start like just a few minutes earlier than that, so that the live stream's starting. And as I'm starting to talk, the 7 a.m. Pokey Stick is starting to come in. So maybe a few minutes before 7. And then streaming until I would normally take my first break at around like maybe like 11, 11 isn't, or not first break, but the first afternoon, once the market open break is, I think that's like at 11:20. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just do the mornings. And then if I have something that comes up, like an interview or something like that, I'll go do the interview. No big deal. We'll just kind of figure it out as we go. But it's really just more about a schedule change than anything. So you'll see me tomorrow morning. I'll be live streaming for a couple hours tomorrow morning. I'm still trying to figure things out here, guys. There's no rules yet that I have to follow. It's just more about me trying to get specific things done in a timely manner. I've already updated my resume. I've already submitted it for 2 different jobs this afternoon. So I've got the ball rolling. I've got things going. And I was able to get some stuff done today, and I still hung out in the back of the big tramp with some of the guys for, I'd say, a pretty good portion of the day today. So this is not over. It's not over. It's just that I'm changing how I'm doing some things. That's all. But Robert Steffen says, "Good morning, Casey. My wife wanted to say something good. Good morning, Casey, from down under. My husband Robert was listening to you this morning. I cannot tell you how much I owe you. I wanted you to take a moment to express my deep gratitude. My husband, Robert, has been an avid listener of yours for years. I cannot overstate how much we both have benefited from your insights. Robert has been following you for years. It's so weird to hear somebody that they've been following me for years. Like, I can't even, it's hard for me to fathom that, because it just doesn't, maybe when I have time to think about things afterwards, I'll go like, holy crap, it really was years. That does sounds weird. It sounds weird. Robert's been following you for years. He has learned so much, which I had to learn too, and made some money. Thank you. What strikes me most is that out of responsibilities and a family to support, and I respect the pride you take in your work. It was incredibly heartwarming to hear the gentleman on your show today after to cover your wage. His generosity is truly, I'm not sure. His generosity is truly a blessing, and I'm sure many others feel the same way. Bless him a million times over. This morning I noticed that you had 1,561 views. I suggested to Robert that if each living on a single income, I work as a nurse, but I ask you to consider letting us give back to you in a small way. I must say that with really pissed me off this morning. You have paid it forward long enough. Give us respect and let us pay you for your time, skills, and knowledge. sorry for my wife. Robert steps back in after his wife's done talking. He's like, sorry. So, I really, Robert and Robert's wife, because I don't know her name. I don't think it said it. I appreciate the sentiment. I really appreciate the sentiment, but it's not a matter of me not respecting you to want to try and help me out to continue to keep the live stream going. It's more about, for me, making sure that I keep to a commitment that I had made from the get-go. You know, I'd always told everybody, not everybody, but I told most of my moderators, if I ever do something that is against what it is that I said that I would do from the beginning, call me out on it. So a lot of them know that if I was to ever say that I was going to monetize, that they needed to call me out on my shit and say like, no, you said you weren't going to do this. And now all of them are like, you need to do it. And it's like, it's the weirdest thing because I was trying to get you guys to be the ones that were supposed to hold me to a commitment of not accepting any money. And I needed that support because it was a tough decision to make when I made it, because I knew that eventually there might be a chance that I might need money. But it really, what it comes down to is I need to go out and get a job. I need to get a job, and it's that time. And it may only be for a short period of time, and it's only going to cause there to be a little bit of a schedule change on when I can talk with you guys, and that's it. That's all there is. There's nothing really more to that.
You know who doesn't need a job? Haktua girl. She's got 300,000 followers. Haktua girl's got. So I'm taking up for Haktua girl. You're going to quit being mean about Haktua girl. She got 300,000 followers. Y'all talking shit about my girl. Yeah, man, come on.
Okay, Casey, you need to tell the truth that the relationship, you get tired and you need a little bit space.
No. John's making this a breakup.
This is not a divorce.
Showing a Lapland
not a separation. It's just you got tired and you need a little bit break. It sounds better.
I actually, yeah, it does.
The more Haktua you do, the more super chats we'll send you.
So if I understand correctly, when you come back full time again, you'll have a shaved beard.
No. In fact, I would probably come back before that ever happened. But you know what's kind of crazy is one of the two jobs that I applied for today was for a hazmat position, because I have ERT experience in working with hazardous waste. And so I thought, that might be a position that I could kind of work part-time for, and it would probably pay really, really well because it's a kind of a dangerous job, right? And so I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, one of the things that, ERT members have to do is they have to have their face shaved off or no beard, because you got to be able to create a seal for any kind of respirator mask that you might need to wear for whatever situation you're in for chemicals. But I didn't think about that until after I applied for the position. I'm like, oh shoot, if I go in there in the interview with the big old beard like this, they're going to be like, yeah, this guy's not hireable. But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I wonder how GameStop treats their managers as far as facial hair goes.
The guys in the back of the Big Tramp were helping me look at some jobs this afternoon, and they noticed that there were 2 in Austin for manager positions for GameStop, which is very interesting looking. There's options. There's plenty of options, and I think that I'm not discouraged, and I don't want you guys to be either. I think that you guys should be, if anything, I would like to say that there's been other people who set examples ahead of me and gone back to work doing things because they needed some income. I would like to say that they set an example for me, and that I'm continuing that setting of an example and saying that I'm noticing that I need some supplemental income. And so I'm going to make the changes that I need to make in order to do that.
Nothing but respect for that, man.
Yeah, and I think I think we should all look at that. Like, look at what it is that you can afford. Look at how much things are costing. Realize that in the near future that things are going to start costing more. Think about what happens if price of gas goes up after the election. What that's going to do to your already high grocery bill. What is that going to do? How are you going to be ready for that? Is now the time to prepare, or is it time to wait until that happens? So I just want you guys to be prepared for the future. I don't know how long this is going to last, and I never ever want to make an assumption. It's always been 2 weeks, so I'm going to do what it is that I need to get done, and I know you guys will too. And I know it because you guys are responsible shareholders. I've seen it, so I know you'll do the responsible things with your money. And paying for me to come in here and provide a place for you guys to shoot the shit is something you guys can do on your own. You don't need to pay me to do that. But I really appreciate the concept and the thought.
It's not a concept. It's reality.
Condom?
You're not facing reality, Casey.
Casey, you said that there's not you're concerned about the respirator with the beard. I posted something into the chat and the big tramp there, that the bubble, it may be a solution for that.
Bubble butt.
Well, is it a different kind of mask that you can allows you to have a beard still?
Yeah.
Typically speaking, companies don't buy masks for their employees special, right? Like you get there and you get whatever they've got is what you get. So if all they have are masks that are going to be for clean faces, then that's what you're going to have as a clean face. So it just depends on the job.
Just a quick thought. They're building that Texas Stock Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to work for them and take them on from the inside, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Yep. Or take them from the back.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go down in the danger zone, do you want to find a beard down there, or do you want to be clean shaven?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It all depends, right?
Petra's saying keep the beard. It's an N94.
Yep.
What is it N for?
What's that?
It's a bad word. It's racist. Okay.
Oh, no, we can't say that.
We can't say N95 anymore because it's racist.
It is racist.
Do we know how many other people are growing their beard out also for the 90? Because I know I am.
I've been growing it. It doesn't grow.
I think Pirate's been growing his too, haven't you, Pirate?
Okay, Pizza, we don't know because we never see your face.
I've had a beard for the most part for 20 years.
Please, his new name is fucking Pizza.
Are you shaving it
right
when it hits 90, Pirate?
Yes.
Probably not.
Come on. Damn it.
Yeah, I told my wife recently that we had a bet. Or not really a bet, but
Is she letting
kind
you
of a
grow
thing going. Huh?
She's letting her beard grow?
She's letting me grow my beard out. Well, she likes it, but she knows. She now knows she now knows that AMC's got to hit $90 at least for it to even be trimmed. So.
Andy hates mine. My wife absolutely hates it.
Well, you're a good-looking guy. You need to get rid of that.
No, stop hitting on Pirate.
Sorry.
I had my day in the sun. I got my turn.
Yeah.
Robert,
I just got tacos. Taco Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Happy Taco Tuesday.
You guys want to know? Thanks for asking.
I did. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can do a drinky drink Wednesday tomorrow. That'd be kind of fun to do again.
How about a drinky drink?
Haven't done one of those.
How about let's just do after hours? Ooh.
Oh yeah, after hour drinky drinks.
After hours. Yeah. There you go.
Danny's here. He doesn't know any of the news.
I know. Danny's going like, "What the f are we talking about?"
Oh, Danny.
I'm like the guy that shows up to the party, everyone's leaving, and it's like, hey, what's up, guys? Where you guys going?
Yeah, Danny. Just
Danny. Cops already showed up and cleared everybody out. Danny's showing up and he's got like a keg in one hand and
I'm around too.
a tap in the other.
He's got
pull your pants down, Danny.
Danny, stop. Yeah. What? Pull your pants down, Knuckle. What the fuck?
Put your ass
The guy that always lags behind. Wait up, guys. Wait up.
Fucking
Wait
year
for me.
behind. Gunny, you missed the Moaz.
Damn, he's got his pony keg.
Is it over? Did we mow it? I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Fuck, we sold on the backside.
Oh, give me your backside. Wait. Damn it, man. Casey, listen, it's not. I know you're not leaving permanent, but it's shocking.
He is. He will be.
Yeah, it is.
But I wish you the best. I think it's good.
I got that. I got that from everybody. Like I get it. I've
We
heard.
love you, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
I've heard.
Pyro's flying.
I think it's. I'm a little shocked. I was a little. I thought that. I don't know, man.
What?
I thought you guys wouldn't really care as much as you do.
Oh, we fucking care, and then we.
I was
got
a little
GoFundMe
surprised.
going
I was a little
on.
surprised.
I don't know if I'm gonna
It
get
doesn't
that.
surprise me because you don't really give a shit about us.
I do. I do. That's not it at all. It's not.
I learned
don't-
a whole fucking bunch. Yeah.
Start our morning.
I know. At least I know what's up now. I'm good with that. As long as I know
No,
what's up,
it's
I'm
not.
good with
That's not it at all. It's just that I.
no, fuck no.
Pyro
It's all good.
pouring out his fucking eye.
fuck.
Well, you
Fuck
fucking
off.
continued.
I'm
Man, I had a
not
bad
used
fucking day.
to.
Fuck off,
I'm
man.
not
I like
used
Steve,
to
grab a hold
having
of me.
people
Try me
care
out,
this
motherfucker.
much, and it's nice. It is nice to know
cares.
that you guys care this much, and it's really I appreciate
There's
it.
the most. Even Melissa had to come out and say, "Yeah, you're cruel."
Yeah, she did. She did. She's like, you're being an asshole. She's like,
Like, what
why
happened?
are you cutting them off
What?
cold turkey like that? And I was like, I didn't. To me, I didn't feel like I was doing it cold turkey, and I guess
Fuck
it just
that,
took me
man.
to.
It fucking almost cut my vein.
Yeah, well, I hope not, but and it just, I guess, I don't know, man.
Nah, man, you're not caught us off cold turkey. It like
You're
you say
not.
every single day, like all good things must come to an end, right?
And I've
Yeah.
said it. I don't know if you
I
know
come here
that.
out of obligation, man. I come here out of a sense of fucking duty. I thought we were off the hook. I was like, I'm so fucking relieved this bullshit's done. I'm fucking
Now
going
it's
about
starting
my
it all
way.
over.
Fucking,
yo-yo.
like,
Fucking
fuck,
yo-yo.
and suck me back in. So fucking whatever, man.
Yeah, fucking don't believe anything comes out of this guy.
I'm glad that Billy picked up on the all good things must eventually come to an end, because I
Oh,
knew
he's
that
a-
eventually
he's a
that
bot.
I knew that little saying that I say at the end of every single day, I knew eventually at some point or another it would have a meaning or an impact on you guys, and I wanted it to be that way. I really wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to be a just kind of like a warning of the future, because you never know what the future has
Yeah,
to hold for
right.
you. So
Yeah, it's because Billy's a paid bot. You're paying him. I don't know how
Billy-
you're doing it without a job.
Billy,
Well,
don't
he's
lose my
between the
number,
top,
Billy.
I take-
Don't lose my number.
I feel like this evening stream though is a. I feel like this evening stream is a treat though.
Yeah.
We might not get to see you for the whole day, but we still get to, we still get to see you for a little while.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Right.
Like there's no reason for me to like even consider the idea that of permanent goneness. Like that doesn't even register in my mind. I'm not done with this fight. I'm so committed to this. So I guess maybe that's why I saw it differently than you guys were seeing it, because from my perspective, I just felt like it was just a change, because I'm still in it like hardcore, like I'm still in this.
Just
But
don't let it get to a divorce, please.
Huh? Don't let it what? Yucca?
He's crying. He needs a
Sorry.
moment.
I'm eating my tacos.
He's eating his
Don't
taco.
let it get to, just don't let it get to a divorce. That's all.
Oh
I'm saying.
yeah. No. Yeah, definitely not.
No.
Casey, it's just we wake up.
No,
Casey's there.
you can
We
let
have
it-
Casey's there. We,
that-
in the afternoon, Casey's there. And then on the weekends, we play poker. Casey's there, and it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be there as much. It's hard. But we understand. We understand, and we all want what's best for
Yeah.
man.
I know.
Things happen for a reason.
Yeah. Ro, take care. Good night, and tuck the kids in tight. Tendies plus plus says GameStop manager question mark. Yeah, there was 2 of them posted for the Austin area, so I'm gonna actually check into that too. By the way, I actually think that would be a fun job. I don't know how long I would be, obviously that would probably take a lot more of my time than perhaps I really would kind of want to give up. But at the same time, though, I can't imagine how much cooler that would be to be working for GameStop as the GameStop event is unfolding. I have a small position in GameStop, but I can still talk about AMC. So that would be the kicker, is that I may not be able to talk about GameStop anymore, but I only really just talk about the numbers anyways on GameStop, so there's nothing wrong with that. I can talk about what I see with numbers, and that wouldn't be a conflict of interest. So I probably couldn't talk about any of the actions the company was taking or anything like that, but I could certainly still talk about AMC, and that's the more exciting part for me. How cool! What a cool way to end that story. That would be a really cool way to end the story, you know? I get to be that manager that's working at GameStop, and he, like, instead of being the employee that's like, I'm out of here, and he does a little dance out the door. I can be the GameStop employee. No, I probably wouldn't do that though.
I'm gonna need to speak to the manager.
But you know what though? I'll bet you GameStop managers probably get. I would imagine they probably have some kind of share program or something like that where they probably get benefits through shares. Maybe, I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe not.
Stay long enough.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you got to stay with a company for a couple years before they allow you to dip into that gravy.
And then we're gonna hear, like, in 2 weeks, I got laid off. They're closing down more stores. We don't want to hear that, Casey.
Oh yeah.
GameStop.
No.
You know how they're closing stores that are not performing well.
Yeah.
So don't get put in one of those.
I've got some great ideas too in regards to, and if I go in as a manager at GameStop, obviously they're going to want to probably see like good performance for the store, and they're probably going to want some ideas on how a potential new manager of a store could increase sales for the location.
Yeah,
I feel like I got a lot.
It'll take me a while. It'll take me a while, but I'll spend 20 hours on the highway round trip to come rob this motherfucker. I'll put a mask on. Your first week there, I'm going to rob you. I'm going to fucking rob the whole goddamn store.
He'll rob
coming in with a ski mask on. Yeah, the whole fucking thing, man. I'm going to hand a note over, and on my way out the fucking door, as way out the door, I'm going to turn around and holler over my shoulder, butt
2
drugs. And just butt drugs, and you'll be like, I know that. I know who that was. I know that motherfucker.
The cool thing is that he'll rob you, then the insurance will cover it all, and then you'll get new merchandise, and then you get all of us going back in there to buy it all, just so you can get a bonus, and that's how we'll repay you, Casey.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and try it. I hope you take that job. Go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manager of GameStop. My kids, I know what my kids are getting for Christmas, man. They're getting all kinds of GameStop shit for free.
Well,
I'm gonna rob that motherfucker blind. I'm gonna have everybody face down on the floor, a gun shoved to the back of their head, while Mrs. Pirate's loading up all of this shit off the shelves, man. PS3s and fucking whatever they got, games, whatever they got there, Steam cards. I'm taking all that shit.
I'm actually, I think that's tomorrow probably going to be the place that I put in a resume in next. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun job. I think it'll be rewarding too. I'm excited.
Hey, I told
But
Luke I told Luke the news, Casey.
He's going to be a manager. He's going to be a manager of GameStop.
Yeah, but then Pirate's gonna rob it. What I want to know is, are you gonna be able to tell the cops how the guy looked with a patch on his eye, long beard, kind of like a Santa Claus came in and robbed us. Is that how you're gonna describe?
Yeah, and I'll be like, he even said "R" as he walked out the door.
Yeah, and then eating popcorn on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. I don't know. These tacos are good.
What kind of tacos are they?
Al pastor.
Oh, those are the best. Do you have pineapple in it or no?
No, you don't do that. You don't do it on pizza. You don't do it.
Why do they do that? Why do they do that over here where I live? I always tell them no pineapple because I don't want the pineapple in it. But why do they put pineapple in their El Pastor? I don't get it. Why is that?
I don't know. It's a white thing.
No, I think they're trying to. No. You should see the place that I go is authentic.
It's a white thing, Casey. They're trying to reel in the white people, and they're like, "Oh, pineapple, let's go."
Do you know why? What pineapple does to meat? It tenderizes it.
Yeah, but they don't have it next to it.
So do you think that they're putting the pineapple in it to make it more tenderized?
I don't think so. I think it's just a show, just so you walk by, you drive by. Oh, they got pineapple with meat. Let's go.
I went to an Argentinian place, you know, those steakhouses, and one of the things was a pineapple with cinnamon, and they like grill it. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was like a dessert.
Right? You're
it was amazing.
Oh no, you're Asian. How did you end up?
No, I can eat at other places, Jessica.
You're Chinese.
Stick to your own kind, Danny.
Oh, come on. I hate you guys.
Where is?
But I love you at the same time.
There's something wrong, guys. There's something wrong. The stock's not trading. It's not moving.
Obviously, because it's not.
We got a halt. There's a halt going on right now, guys.
Is this what Lou was talking about? We might be halted for a whole day.
We could be halted overnight. I think we might be halted overnight. Yep. Dang it. Crime. The only reason I said that is because Roberto's coming in here saying why is Casey doing a night show? It's a long story, Roberto, but you got to go back and listen to when I first start talking, I guess, or you could go back to Monday's live stream and see, but I'm not gonna. It's too long of a story to tell all over again. But you're going to see me. I'll just say in short that you're going to see a change in scheduling for when I do live streams.
Don't say it again, man. You're going to hurt.
Just gaslight him. Just gaslight him. Just say, "What are you talking about? It's always been this way. It's always been 8:00 at night." And just refuse.
What do you mean?
Just refuse to. Yeah,
this is normal.
I cannot understand what you must be confused. Tell him he's the one that's confused.
I don't think you
Jedi mind tricks on him.
Like 3.5 years, and you don't even know me anymore, Roberto. Right. What the heck?
Right. Are you feeling
I've been
okay,
here,
man?
Like I feel like I've been doing this forever, and like now you don't even know what my schedule is. What the hell?
You didn't know that there's a time change with the new moon coming in.
Oh,
now it's morning.
I was gonna ask you guys. I totally forgot. Did you guys get a notification that I was live streaming?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes late.
I randomly went to YouTube and saw it.
I was curious if it was easier to find me than it is in the mornings when I feel like they're probably suppressing it. Since this is abnormal and I'm not normally doing this at this time, or
it popped up like it always does.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Same as it always does.
Okay, I was curious. Grub, take care.
Hey, Yucca, I got a new insurance for the weekend.
We're shooting shit, and somebody asked Foo, said, "Are you guys going to go watch?" I said, "Fuck no, he's doing the numbers. We seen it. We watched every 1 minute candle, all out 8 hours today. What do I need to fucking watch the numbers for?"
Tammy, good afternoon. Goonies never say die. I'm just kind of going through my stuff here. Ape Trucker says, I don't get it in the mornings. I did get it this evening. Interesting. You know, and then one of the other things too that I completely forgot about is that I'm by live streaming at this time, I'm stomping all over my good friend, the one who does. I don't know if I think he's still doing space calls in Twitter. This is kind of his time in here, so I didn't even think about that until just this very second. I need to contact him and let him know. I'm sorry. Hey, I got a boomstick. You said it, so you get to do this. You get to do the homework. I got homework for you, boomstick. I need an answer. Go back to that meme that DFV posted out with Freedom and count the O's. I need you to go count the O's. I tried to do it like 4 or 5 times, and it was just like too painful for me to do because I kept losing my place. So I need somebody else with better eyes than I have to go check and see how many O's there are in Freedom.
Yeah, he is on live now.
Who is?
The one.
Yeah. I don't want to screw him over. I forgot about that.
You're not on Twitter. It's not like you're doing a space call and you're doing it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still. I mean, it's been his time for like ever, and I feel like that's me like stomping on his time, which isn't cool. I forgot about that. Sweet boomstick. I can't wait to hear what the answer is. Make sure you double check it, triple check it. Make sure you get the right answer.
Who's the one? Who's that? Neo?
He's Neo. he's on Twitter and he does space calls pretty much every night of Monday through Friday. He even does weekend stuff too as well. So
okay, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it.
No, I know. Well, I won't have to because remember I'm going to change it up again. So tomorrow it'll be like 7 to
You're fucking
11.
Pirate. Stop it. Can't be doing that, man.
Well, it's a good time. Like multiple people said that's kind of like the time. I got a couple different answers here. I got them written down. I said I had a 6 to 9 from 2 different people, a 9 to 4, and a 7 to 11, that was Pirates. And that 7 to 11 is real close to that 6 to 9. It's the time that would probably work the best for me is 7 to 11. So I might adjust it further on down the road and do like 6 to 10, but for now 7 to 11 we'll give it a try and see what happens.
Now we have 9:30 to 4.
Well, I thought you like 69.
Well,
69 is good.
Full session.
Wouldn't turn it down.
Ooh. I had 8 tacos.
8?
8.
California?
You think that's... Yeah, California. You think that's too much?
That's a lot of tacos, dude. You all right?
No, it's not.
Did you eat lunch today?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't eat lunch. I only eat like my breakfast, and then this is my lunch dinner.
Yeah.
I eat twice a day. I would say. But 8 tacos, they're small. They're little tortillas, Casey.
Yeah,
not
no,
the
I
big
get it.
one.
That's a lot for one meal, but if you skipped lunch, then I understand. But I bet you didn't have a cerveza with it, though.
No, I didn't. I had a horchata.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had 12 chicken nuggets for lunch and skipped dinner.
Ooh.
That's
gonna that's not real meat, right?
My probiotics will take care of
my
it.
My dog's missing.
What goes in goes out.
Where the fuck is transport?
Let's see.
Fell asleep.
You know what? Check this out. Here we go. Let's see what let's see. Bobblehead Ross screwed me over this week on picks, by the way. Thanks a lot, Bobblehead Ross. I would have probably done better off if it hadn't been for you. But Bobblehead Ross, what do you think about this the new schedule? Should I keep it or go to the new schedule?
Anything that you try and you don't succeed, if you learn from it, it's not a failure.
See? He's saying, see, Yucca, he's saying, I tried this, and he said if it didn't work, it doesn't mean that it was a failure. You just got to learn from it. So I learned something today.
Are you gonna activate your super chat button?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Want to make sure.
Yeah. Johnson B Streets. What's that?
You know, I don't know if I ever liked this Bubble Ross guy. I don't know.
Why? Because, why?
Come on.
You think he's hiding something? Like bodies?
His head is
buried
bobbing
somewhere?
all over. He's
happy little accident. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
He
What
looks like
Bubble
some
had
random
Ross
biop-
tell you to play?
Well, he told me to pick. Well, I felt like he told me it was a bravery test to pick the New England Patriots over the Jets.
Voodoo doll. That's
So
what it is. The fucking voodoo doll.
I went with the New England Patriots because I wanted to go Jets, but then he's like, consider it your bravery test. So I went and got brave and lost.
Oh man, I had the Bengals over the New England week 1 and bust.
Bang boys.
How did I don't know, man. I don't know
call
how
them
the
the
Bengals.
Bungles. I get in trouble, but when I call them that, I call them the Bunglers.
He's talking about bang boys.
I needed the
He likes to
Bengals to
bang
pull
boys.
through, and they like
That's what it
completely
sounds like.
failed.
Bang boys. Damn it, Danny.
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
You said bang boys. You like the bang boys.
Oh no!
Is that what you said? You like to bang boys? What the?
Lord have mercy.
Uh-huh.
Quit your feet.
He just went there, and I can't do numbers, so I guess it's time to go, guys.
Oh, no.
Yep.
I'm 10 minutes late for bed anyhow. You people are costing me valuable beauty sleep.
It's that time
What
again, guys.
What do you mean we can't do numbers? Are we halted again?
Don't forget to walk your dogs.
That's right. All right. Well, yeah. I guess it's that time, guys. So I'm gonna head out. I'll come back to the back of Big Tramp after I do an outro.
You could do the Bitcoin numbers. Where's Bitcoin at?
Yeah, it's at 64.2K coin, up 1.74% right now.
All time highs, huh? Was that all time highs?
No.
What is all time highs? 70?
72 or
Yeah, I
something
think
like
70
that.
something. Yeah, 72.
Yeah, it's gonna reach all
Just
time
keep
highs.
watching gold. Just keep watching gold.
They told us not to buy gold.
Just keep watching it. Everybody's getting ready to learn.
Yeah, gold and silver. Silver's going to hit 50 real quick soon.
Everybody's getting ready to fucking learn. Lifelong lesson.
Look at that.
What if we-
Dogecoin.
what
I
if
don't
we-
know.
Get the booty.
Yeah. All right. Shall we do it? Let's do it.
All right, keep it tight.
Later, guys. Love you guys.
Where are you going? You were staying in the back of the tram.
Yeah. I'll be
Oh,
back.
okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm
I'll
just
see
saying
you
bye
guys
to
later.
everyone else.
Any excuse for Danny to just leave and then come back a year later. What happened, guys?
All right. Well, it is. It's that time of the day now for me. So, as usual, eat, sleep, drink, get plenty of rest. Tomorrow's another trading day. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. Take your pets out for a walk because they like getting outdoors too. And for crying out loud, go see an AMC movie because after all, that's what we're here to do is help support AMC. But above all else, don't have a good night. Have a great night.
Living life on the open road, ain't got no home, just a van for my long beard hanging down. Taking AMC, it's all about the line. No ties, no suit and tie, just dark circles round these tired eyes. Sipping coffee, crunching numbers, technically analyzing. Windows roll down.